See this, folks? Unbelievable. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 just released within a week and now got itself a live-action film. We're gonna talk about that. Although I have to ask, since it is RPG, is it possible for games like this to be an adaptation in movies? Or would it be better to be a TV show? Answer in the comments.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a phenomenal experience that deserves all of the hype that it's getting, and now we're finding out that not only is it getting a live-action film, but it is also selling out worldwide. So let's start off with this article. It says a live-action film adaptation of the video game Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is in the works before the game even launches. Variety had learned exclusively that the game developer Sandfall Interactive was teaming with Story Kitchen to develop a film version of the game, which would be published by Kepler Interactive. Now, we had heard about this actually back in January, but everybody's talking about it again because this game is doing so spectacularly, because it is selling so many copies. There's tons of people talking about it on social media. I didn't even know that this was happening. Now, I feel a little bit mixed when it comes to a live action adaptation.
True to a point. I have a mixed feeling too. What about you guys? Here's another question. Name one movie that you think is a successful video game adaptation. Whether it's Sonic, Dragon Balls, whatever it is, name it in the comments. Everybody has mixed feelings because you guys remember Dragon Ball? How that ended up. I mean, what else you can name? Power Rangers? Power Rangers is not counted, okay? It's not a video game. Sonic the Hedgehog. The first trailer was, everybody tear that trailer to shreds. After that, the creators of Sonic live-action movie knew that the fans will hate it, the movie, 100%. What they do? They go back to the drawing board. Now, I'm not certain about Minecraft movie. Another question. What was your experience when you watched Minecraft movie? Answer everything in the comments.
I think that this game is really great, and I think that the experience so far has been super fun, but I don't think that everything needs some kind of live-action film to go alongside it. I get that it wouldn't be that difficult for them to do because they could use maybe the video game cast for the most part, right? Like they could bring Ben Starr in to play Verso and Charlie Coxon to play Gustav, though it would be very expensive because not only would they have to have a big sparkly cast filled with actors who cost a lot of money, but second of all, there are a lot of effects in this game, and that means there would be a lot of CGI in this movie.
Don't forget, this is RPG, okay? Role-playing game. It is difficult to even make a role-playing game or an adaptation of games like this. If you don't know, I did recently heard a rumor that Kingdom Hearts is about to make a live-action movie, which I was like, that's impossible. I know for a fact because I played Kingdom Hearts. It is impossible to make a movie out of it. And what else? What game else that I know? Marvel games such as Marvel Spider-Man, that don't need to have it because we already have Tom Holland Spider-Man. Don't need to. Final Fantasy, a movie, that is impossible. Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors have a movie. I think they have a movie. I need to check back. But like I said, many games can be made a live adaptation. And I do mean a live adaptation movie for RPG or JRPG, whatever it is, it cannot. It had to be either a TV show. How many storylines within it? Also, you could check my first channel. I'm making a challenge video where I make an overpowered run.
Way, I think that it could be very cool, though it is definitely, very interesting to hear that even months ago, before the game had come out, they expected it to be a smashing success, and oh boy, is it, because we're also finding out that apparently it has achieved a feat that is, yes, rather uncommon in 2025, because the physical game demand has overwhelmed the developers, leading to sold-out copies across the globe. Now, I initially was playing it through Xbox Game Pass, and then I said to myself, I actually want a physical edition of this game. That's typically what I do, is I play it via something like Game Pass or PlayStation Plus and then purchase it if I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, it is unfortunately sold out. I wasn't able to get a copy, and this is happening for everybody everywhere. It says, back in my day, it was common for physical games to be slightly more difficult to get hold of. The lack of digital options meant that everybody clamored for physical copies, often making pre-orders essential to avoid disappointment. I vividly remember going to a store to pre-order my copy of Pokemon Black on the Nintendo DS, and in the digital age, however, that problem has become less common, with only deluxe and collector's editions typically needing to be reserved. Clair Obscur Expedition 33, though, which launched last week, is a throwback to some old JRPGs like the 360's Lost Odyssey, but it's also seemingly a throwback to a time gone by, with the developers underestimating the demand for physical editions, leading it to sell out in various regions across the globe. So it says that the developers have issued an apology after physical copies of the game have sold out, and they said, "We are aware that we have sold out physical editions at various retailers. Our distribution partners are looking into restocking. Sorry, the demand has been higher than expected in many regions. Please stay in touch with your local store for more information." Yeah, I think that they probably expected it to do pretty well initially, but not for it to basically become the biggest game of the year, or I would say the biggest breakout game of the year. This had a bit of hype leading up to release, but it has definitely exceeded my and many other people's expectations. I thought it would be like an 8, maybe an 8.5. Right now it is sitting at a solid 9 for me. Definitely a game of the year contender, if not the game of the year come December, and many other people feel the same exact way. It is one of the highest rated video games on platforms like Metacritic, which is phenomenal to hear for Sandfall and all of the developers and the team that put several years of hard work and effort into this experience, and it does deserve all of the hype that it's getting right now.
That will be it. Sorry I had to make it a little bit longer. The developers of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 understand that they are aware physical edition sold out, because some companies, they don't want to rely on physical media. Take a look with Ubisoft. They say, I don't think Ubisoft wanted to continue with physical media, but I could be wrong on that one. Some companies don't want to rely on physical media. They say it won't sell well. This is proof of it, folks. Regardless whether it's digital or physical, I think both things should have a must. Physical I think usually physical is better, because sometimes, I don't know, it depends on who you're talking to. Some people like physical, some people like digital. Do you buy games on physical or digital, or both? Again, answer it in the comments. Now the industry is now shifting, and every industry, well, including the developers of Expedition 33, should thank Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong was the one that opened the eyes of everybody. Yes, there are some people who are still asleep, mainly Activision or Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, Respawn. Yes, there's still many people who are still into this whole woke or DEI agenda. They want to push diversity, leaving gameplay and storyline second, which that is not gonna work. And I did watch Hypnotic's video saying that there's about, nearly 2,000 people laid off. It could be higher, because there is one place, I believe it's called, because there's one company that didn't exactly announce how many they laid off. I really need to recheck this. If I found it, I will put it in the screen, if I do find it. I think the key takeaway is that if you make a good game, your company will thrive and you will not suffer layoff. And how come many developers refuse to listen or refuse to even understand it? It's not rocket science. Sorry about the rant. Now, let's talk about the live action. Here's the thing. When it comes to live action, it will be doable when it comes to movies. For RPGs, it will not, because before I continue, let me tell you how many hours that I found out. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 will take at least 24.5 hours to complete the main story, 29 hours of side content or side quests. That's like 53.5 hours. More like less than 3 days. Good luck making a movie out of it. When it comes to RPGs, if you want to make an adaptation, you have to make it a TV show. TV show is a safer bet. Well, yes, it could cost a lot of money, including Charlie Cox. And I don't think Charlie Cox is going to come if there was a movie of this, because he's still with Daredevil, Born Again. He's probably going to be in Avengers, which, I mean, his schedule is tight. So let's hope what we see in the future. Congratulations to Expedition 33, or Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Mission accomplished. Congratulations. And to all those Western AAA games or game developers, if you guys still think making a good game, or perhaps, what was the word? People don't buy games or gamers don't buy games, take a look at Clair Obscur Expedition 33 or Split Fiction, Monster Hunter Wild. See those games. Why are they selling well? And don't forget Oblivion Remastered. Why are they selling well?
I win this time!
Leave a like and subscribe if you want gaming news, gaming theories, or you just want to see me play games. You can just visit my first, third, and fourth channel, which including trending topics. All of them will be in the description down below.
Hey, sure, I'm strong. stronger.